"You see that light?" He pointed ahead. Something glimmered between the trees, maybe 15 yards ahead. "Yeah, what is it?" "I don't know. Let's go. Maybe it's help." He took off faster, his steps becoming less careful at the promise of salvation. "No, Gavin, wait!" Foreboding took hold inside me, and I struggled to catch up with him. "Don't!" "Stella!" Brienne fell to her hands and knees behind me. "I can't feel my feet. I can't walk." "Shit!" I dashed back to her, my feet sliding over the leaves and stones. I gripped her under her arms and pulled her upright. "Gavin, don't!" The frigid air swallowed up my voice. I could barely see him through the trees now, but I spied the light. It infused me with dread. I slung Brienne's arm over my shoulder and half-dragged her. Gavin's scream sliced through the air, through my mind. Brienne stiffened at my side. "What happened? What was that?" He screamed again, agonized and frantic. "I don't know, but you have to keep walking." I dropped her arm and scrambled over a boulder before taking off toward the light and Gavin's screams. "Stella!" Brienne's voice cracked behind me, but I couldn't stop. Gavin's cries compelled me forward. I tripped as my muscles burned and my lungs struggled to pull in enough air, but I kept moving. The light grew brighter as I lurched from tree to tree, trying to get a look at what it was. Gavin's screams subsided into a gasping, "Stella," that he repeated until my heart was shredded. I slowed and crept closer. The light appeared to be a gas lantern hung in a tree. Beneath it dangled a bulbous net bag of clothing, knit hats, jackets, gloves, all warm and welcoming. Gavin lay beneath the bag in a shallow, concealed pit, a narrow bamboo shoot piercing his calf. Oh, shit! I dropped to my knees at the edge of the hole and reached down for him. He grimaced and raised up on his elbow. "I'm so stupid. So fucking stupid." No. I bent over toward him. "Can you get up? Give me your hand." "It hurts." He stared at his calf, his eyes wide with shock. "I know, but we have to keep moving. They'll come here first. Please, Gavin." Desperation colored my voice. He nodded and turned on his side, more bamboo shoots rolling beneath his large frame. "Is it just your leg?" I asked as he took my hand. "I think so. Isn't that enough?" He pulled hard enough on my arm that I thought it might come out of the socket, but he managed to perch himself on the edge of the pit next to me. "So fucking dumb. I saw it and I thought... I don't know what I thought." He examined the injury. "I guess I wasn't thinking." The bloodied shoot had been sharpened into a curving tip, penetrating Gavin's flesh cleanly. "We have to pull it out and keep moving." I took his booted foot in my hands and placed it on his other knee so I could get a better look at the spear. Blood soaked into the white fabric around the wound. Gavin shook his head, a dazed expression in his eyes. "I don't know." "Oh, God!" Brienne caught up and retched into the leaves behind me. "I'm going to pull it from this direction, okay?" I gripped the longer end of the spike. "Just hold still." "Fuck, I don't think I could do this." Gavin clutched my hand. I put my gloved palms on his cheeks and stared into his amber eyes, now awash with pain. "We can do this. I've got your back." He nodded, sweat running down his face. I bent over him and gripped the underside of the chute again. "On 3. He took a deep breath. 1, 2. I ripped it free in one smooth jerk. Gavin's scream pierced my ears, leaving them ringing long after the air was gone from his lungs. He lay back and pulled his knee to his chest, his hands clutching at the punctured leg. I fought back my tears and glanced to the lightening sky. "Here." I ripped the thin edge of my dress, tearing off a long strip. Wrapping it around Gavin's wound, I pulled it tight to try and stem the flow of blood. He grunted as I tied it off. "Brienne, help me get him up." She sat on the stony ground, her chest heaving and her hands clapped over her ears. "Brienne!" I took her forearms and shook her. "Snap the fuck out of it!" "I can't." She shook her head, and her tone was reminiscent of a tired child. The moon was gone, time running away from us just as we ran from our hunters. Bitterness welled in my stomach, then a seething hatred.